Okay, welcome to day 2 of the quest to impact and momentum. Of course, I'm your host, Sabine Matharu, business startup and growth strategist. So yesterday we talked about researching 3 hot topics in your niche that you could be talking about, because day 1 was all about showing up and stop hiding. So I'm very excited to hear, what you have come up with. And then we're going to talk a little bit about positioning day 2. Day 2 is about selling with ease. And this is really about how to sell authentically and stop being embarrassed. And I'll tell you why, okay? I'll give you a bit of a mindset sort of talk before we get started, the whole thing about selling. So generally, think about it. If you want wealth and if you want to live your dream and you want to really step up in your business, you want to make that income, that money, you want to replace an income or step out of a job and make as much income or even more than you had in your corporate job, right? Then cash is super important. And in order to make cash, you're going to have to get really comfortable selling. And selling in this sense means to actually step out, being seen, and sort of taking up space in that sense, showing up on whatever platforms and building that presence and taking a stand as well at some point, and when I say taking a stand, you need to have like kind of maybe a strong opinion about something. This is why I said go and research on day 1 3 things that you could be talking about, right? It could be some really controversial topics, but then people will remember you and people say, well, this person is actually super passionate about this and he or she takes that stand, and I really like the fact that they're so clear about what they're doing and what they're standing for. So because if you're so wishy-washy and you're trying to please everyone, and I mentioned that as well yesterday, then you're not going to serve anyone. Like you I said, don't be worried about not being everyone's cup of tea. And selling as a mindset, it's not about being sleazy and sort of manipulate others, making them believe things. I believe we all are, most of us are very professional and we're very good in what we do. So we must not hide. We must not be embarrassed about offering our services. And when we offer our services, this should be offered with powerfully and with sort of a thought of being of service and being able to help someone else. And making a huge difference in their lives. Okay, so always remember that. So there's absolutely no, not required to be sleazy, manipulative, or sort of forcing someone or kind of convince them that that's really not the way. Okay, if you are truthful, if you're sharing with the highest intentions and integrity, and if you're there to serve, that's what makes people really comfortable and they get to know, like, and trust you. And maybe it's just like, think about yourself when you go into a store, what kind of salespeople do you like? Do you like people who come and chat you up and are really forceful and say, try this jacket, try that on, or the ones that listen to you and say, well, if you give me a shout if you need any help, I see maybe this color would be great for you, for your personality, and then sort of add some value. That's a nicer way to sell, isn't it? It's a nicer way to just ask questions and listen. And the other thing is, if you are not selling in your business, then you can't serve, right? And if you can't serve, you're obviously not going to make the money, and then you may be having to close your business, right? Or if you're selling, you could actually touch hundreds or even thousands of lives every single day, and you could make this huge difference. So you got to think about it, I owe it to not only myself, but also to my clients to actually, go out and sell, take up the space, show up, and share the message. Okay. And it's no good. I mean, it's great. We're probably all going on Facebook and, you know, doing all these amazing videos, and we get giving all this free value over and over and over again. But there comes a point when you have to make a sale, when you have to make an offer. So, you know, don't shy away from making an offer at the end of a video. Invite them to a call, invite them to come and work with you in more detail. Because at the end of the day, remember, everyone can consume free content on YouTube. They can Google blog posts, but they can't get the transformation. You can have all the information in the world, you can read books, but it's hard without an accountability partner, you know, to actually get that transformation. It's the same in the business space. You know, I can give you all this information right now and say, go and do this. And, you know, without you not doing the action and maybe getting some feedback, or, you know, someone helping you look over your shoulder whilst you're building, I don't know, a sales page or an offer, and helping you tweak and making sure you're doing it, then, you know, then it wouldn't work, right? So you also would need that transformation in that space. Just watching YouTube videos, I did it many times. I mean, you know, like for months, I thought I'm going to go for a DIY version, and I'll read all these books and I can do this. But there comes a point when you're going around in circles, and when someone else has to actually help you make that leap and make sure you're going to make this in the way that's right for you. Okay, so that said, and so just always remember, you know, to be truthful and to think, you know, when you're selling, you're going to help someone else. So just ask for the sale. Don't be shy, you know, be courageous and really believe in what you have to offer. Okay, so today we're actually going to work on this little pitch. I don't want to say it's an elevator pitch, but obviously it's great to have that. And at least when you are doing a video, you know, you have like a sentence or two where you can say what you do and how you help others. And it's always great to have that in your back pocket when you are networking as well. Or even if you meet someone in the bar and they ask you, oh, so what do you do? And then it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like, I don't know what to say. So I think this is really what I want you to work on today. So let's get started. There's a little formula. I'm going to keep it really easy for you. And again, it's going to be in the workbook. So if you are registered for the boot camp, you should receive this not only in an email, but then it's also going to be posted on Facebook. Okay, so so there's 3 things you want to explore before you can write this 1 or 2 sentences. Okay, so have you got your pens and paper ready? Hopefully, these are the important things. Okay, I'm just going to read these 3 things. I don't want to mess it up. So first and foremost, people are only interested in what you can do for them. So you need to list out how you help them. Okay, and that's it's not rude that they're only interested, you know, in what you can do for them. It's a thing. It's like a filter that we have built in, and just check in with yourself as well when you go on a website or when you are listening to someone. You kind of question every time, well, how can I benefit from listening to this video? How can I benefit? What I'm going to learn from this blog post? So there's this underlying question, like, oh, how will I benefit? How can I improve my life by listening to this person? Okay. Then the next bullet point is, so there's number 1. So there's 3 points. So number 1 is, how can I help them? So how do I help? The next question, this is a bit of a brainstorming. Maybe, you know, if you are in a stage where you have done some research some of your potential clients, then you should do this at some point. List out their top 3 deep pain points. Okay, and this is a tricky one. When I started, and this is always evolving, and the great thing is now in my Facebook group, I actually ask them questions when they come in. What are your top 3 real pain points? And then I kind of get more and more insights what that really is. And quite often they talk about overwhelm and building a sales funnel or technology kind of stuff. But then I question this, and I'm thinking, well, what is what is it like? Why do these people want to build a business? So you're kind of looking at kind of on a higher level, but then it's more on a sort of a visionary level in that sense. You know, people want to build a business because it's a pain to go to work. They want to make more money. They want to have more holidays. They want to spend more time with their children. They ultimately want to be fulfilled. They want to have freedom. So it's like, whoa, all of a sudden you're just talking a different type of level. And the pain point now all of a sudden isn't building a sales funnel anymore. It isn't the overwhelm. It isn't the sales message or the branding. This is just a vehicle that's going to get them there. That's very, very important. Let me try to summarize this again. So all of these are symptoms. The challenge of building a sales funnel, technology, branding, these are symptoms. And this is the vehicle to get them to where they want to be, you know, and their real pain points is like, they desire freedom, they desire fulfillment, but they just don't know how to make it work. They're completely stuck in a rut, and it feels like they haven't got the customers they can't serve. So hence they're not fulfilled, hence they're not making the money. They don't know how they're going to pay the bills next month. All these things are going to go on. And I call that the sleepless night pain points. And that's the level you may want to go down into. Okay. So that's number 2, 3 deep pain points. And I'm quite proud of myself actually explaining it today the way hopefully you'll understand. And then number 3, it's write down 3 most powerful outcomes that you can help them achieve. And there's probably no surprise when I say this could be linked to the 3 pain points. There's your solution. And if possible, if you can make it somehow tangible, and I know it's not always possible when you work with mindset and health and things like this, but of course tangibility comes in when it says, like, you know, you can increase your stamina by 10%, or your life by, I don't know, 10 months every I don't know, if you lose a few pounds, or, you know, whatever it may be from a health perspective. Like for me, it's things like, you know, I help you in the quest to impact and momentum, for example, it's just internet issues. Let me just check. Am I still here? Good. You know, from a quest to impact and momentum, my sort of tagline was to help you move to 5 to 10K months in a short space of time. And I would say like up to 90 days. And I say that because I've done it myself. I have gone from 0 to 10K months in 90 days. And this is kind of what I teach, and I can help others do that as well. And some of and that's definitely a very tangible outcome in terms of you will, you know, be able to have 5 to 10K months in 90 days. Okay. And the great thing is, again, it will build on what we're going to do tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to actually talk about your unique offer. So if you know your pain points, you know who your customer is, you know their deep pain points, and now you know what results you can get them, and tangibly within a time frame, boom, will have your amazing irresistible program, right? Can you see that? So again, this just builds on yesterday, and it's going to be pre-work for tomorrow. So just want to give you some examples, and then I'm going to finish off with today's sort of quest mantra, which is the positive, and then I have something that's like, oh, like lose that belief kind of thing going on. It's like a little 3-step a worksheet that you'll get. So first is the quest, then you'll have your mantra, and then you have like today's let go of a limiting belief. So before that, I'll give you an example. So for example, my statement is I help women to build their online business fast. See, I got fast in there. I mean, I can help them. It may take like ages, but they want this fast, right? So they worry about, number 1, making more money. Number 2, being fulfilled. Number 3, working around family commitment. And what are my powerful outcomes? Number 1, a fully functioning online business in 90 days. Number 2, all online assets in place, including a website, landing pages, graphics, emails, etc. And number 3, that was via a step-by-step process in a powerful and supportive community coupled with one-to-one transformation. And this is number 3, could be like how you do this. And we have to be a bit careful because a lot of us actually using different tools and sort of jargon, and some people actually aren't aware of these types of tools. So sometimes we need to describe it, but it's not always very necessary to tell them exactly how you're going to get them. They know they get a car, it works, it will take them from A to B, but you know, do they really want to see the bonnet? You open it up and explain every screw and what you're going to do, which methodologies you're going to use. You may want to shy away from that unless someone really wants to know. It could be a bit more high level in terms of explaining that how, you know, and you can say, I will take you on the journey that is tailored to you, perhaps using, you know, well-known methodologies like NLP or EFT or whatever you have in your back pocket, just to create that sort of expertise or that belief that, you know, you have all these tools together. Okay. So I want to leave you with 2 things. The mantra for today, the positive mantra. I owe it to my future clients to offer this incredible transformation or service. I need to show them how they can work with me. I will repeat. I owe it to my future clients to offer this incredible transformation or service. I need to show them how they can work with me. So always remember that when you are showing up, when you're sharing a message, that's your mantra. And let go of the belief, today's belief. Let go of imposter syndrome and comparing yourself. Price yourself according to your transformation. Review and create higher packages that will allow yourself and your client create bigger transformations. So let go of imposter syndrome, because you know you are good enough. You can do this. You are a professional. You've got probably, you know, had a lot of training. You invested a lot in your self-development. You may have even gone through those experiences, and that's why you want to help your clients also going through these experiences with less pain or faster, or help them get out of it. And also remember, you are worth those transformations. Have a think, what is it that you're really providing? If you're providing health and life, that's almost like priceless. So just remember, things like that is priceless. So price yourself according to that transformation, and believe in that transformation, believe in your service, and, you know, take a stand when you are, you know, in a sales conversation and talk about pricing, that you can actually powerfully portray this. These are my fees, right? And this is, you know, this is how it will transform your life, and you believe in it. Because if you don't believe in it, how can your clients believe in that, right? They'll say, well, I'm not sure if you can really help me. So, and also the reason why I said review and create higher packages that will allow yourself and your client create bigger transformations is because, of course, you want to be rewarded, abundantly doing this work, and it has to make sense for you to be working with this type of clients in whatever environment or whatever methods you choose to. On the other hand, you want your client to be invested in themselves, because if they, and I know that if they don't pay a higher price, if they just pay 20 or 30 pounds or dollars, you know, how much of a commitment does it show? I mean, how will they be really showing up for 3 months and doing all this work? You know, and this is statistics. If they are investing a higher price, a higher fee, they will be also doing the work. And you know what? They will then also reap the results. If they're doing the work, they will actually get the results. And that means it will reflect on both sides. You know, it's a win-win for both sides. Okay, so I hope this has really helped you. So take the workbook and work through those 3 points for today. Post in the Facebook group, and I look forward to being able to give you some feedback on those. And I will see you tomorrow.